Greetings, my name's Chris Grody. I'm the new superintendent here in Columbia CUSD 4. Dr. Castelli and I thought it'd be good to give you a parental update. We appreciate all the patience and understanding as we figure out this plan to return to school. The governor issued an executive order, and Illinois State Board of Education put together a 60-page guidance manual. That executive order and then the subsequent guidance is under question. We're going to review that. Regardless, we will be starting school in August. We have been meeting as administrative teams, going over some of the logistics, going over some of the options, discussing what we consider to be some of the key points and problems. Every building school improvement team is meeting this week to discuss how it would look in their buildings. We have to remember a kindergarten classroom is different than a high school classroom. We need to meet the needs of our students, and so every building is looking at that, and we are meeting again July 16th to finalize and bring together a district plan.
So what do we know for sure in the fall? We know that we're going to offer in-person education for our students as long as we remain in Phase 4 or Phase 5. Remote learning will be available as an option, and parents will select whether their students will enroll as a remote learning student or will be attending in person during the registration. This will be a 9-week commitment. Chromebooks are going to be issued to all students K through 12. More information will be delivered to you regarding Chromebook loans during the registration process. The new remote learning plan will be developed. That will be much more robust than the Springs remote learning plan. You need to remember that the Springs plan was for an emergency. We will have a minimum of 5 clock hours of instruction and combined homework per day. That is a minimum requirement put out by the state. In addition, grading and accountability for students will be a part of that plan. In addition, attendance will be taken, and all attendance rules according to the handbook will be in place. We have many challenges that we're trying to work through as we develop the plans. Everyone has an opinion, from the government to teachers to administrators to parents to students, on what our plans should look like. We are trying to honor everyone's input and guidance, and keeping in mind what is best for the students, and knowing that this is always a moving target. Another challenge is that we cannot have more than 50 individuals in a space. That includes adults and students. This is from the buses to the cafeteria to recess to gyms. We also are no longer going to be using lockers, so the challenge presents: where are students going to put all their stuff? How are we going to organize that space in the classrooms? Mask is a requirement that is up in the air. Right now, we are going to require students to wear masks according to the governor, unless there's a doctor's note. However, if we get additional guidance, then that will be a recommendation. Health protocols for our staff and our students are the #1 priority, so we are making sure that we fully understand all the steps that we need to put into place to make sure that the fall is a healthy one for everyone. Transportation. As I mentioned, we can only have 50 students on a bus, and that means that we're going to ask you during registration to identify if it's possible for you to transport your students. This will help us eliminate overcrowding and allow us to transfer our students safely. Registration. I know by now most of you have already expected to have registration materials sent to you, and in a typical school year this would have been the case. However, we felt that we did not want to send you registration information without accompanying what in the world school is going to look like. So we are holding off on sending you the registration materials and communication until we can say to you, this is what in-person is going to look like in the fall, this is what remote will look like, and would you please register your students at this time.
If you have questions, concerns, of course, reach out to the administration, either through email or phone calls. But we look forward to working with you, and we look forward to your students returning to school.